Hi, this is Ithiar from Bimser International, and in this video, you will learn how to manage your documentation on QDMS. Let's get started. Clicking on Document Activities and then on Document Viewer, we can see the folder system. Depending on the authorizations given to the users or the groups they belong to, they will be able to access the documentation stored on QDMS. In this video, I will be uploading this sample document to my folder. You can see that it is a very simple document, so for now let's just keep in mind that it has 3 sections. To upload the document, the first thing to do is to select where the document will be stored, and then we just have to fill out the information on these tabs. The first tab is the document information one, where we have to enter the code and the name of the document. Since it's a new one, the revision number is 0. Also, you can see there are different user roles: the owner, the creator, the controller. In this example, let's just consider they are the same person. The next tab is optional, so I'll simply make sure the document option is selected and not the form one, since I will be uploading a Word document. The permissions tab is where we state who has access to this document. It can be a user or a group of users. I'll add one more user here, and I'll check some of the permissions to allow the users to read, print, revise, and delete the document, and also to access previous versions of it. The next tab is the distribution one, where we select the people who will be receiving a notification saying the document was uploaded, and by default, a new task will be added to their home screen so that they read the document. The approval tab is where we see who will have to approve the document before it becomes public. We can have the manager of the user listed here by default, but in this case, my user can make changes to the list of approvers, so I will select a different user. Then there is a section to enter comments, one to control the hard copies of the document in case they exist, another tab to add attachments, the product tab where we can select the product our document is about, the history of the document, and finally the document tab where we can upload the document. Once we select it from our local file system, we are ready to submit this document creation request. If you remember, my user was not only the creator but also the controller, so a new task has been added to my home screen, reminding me of the document control request. For the sake of time, let's just trust everything is okay and send the document to the approver, who will have another task to perform. Once the approver accepts the document, it becomes public, and the users on the distribution list will be getting a new task under the required reading document list section. If one of the users reading the document considers there is something wrong or missing, they can request a review, just like I'm doing right now, and maybe even upload a new document with the corrections. The owner of the document will receive a notification, so I'll switch users once again to show you the new document revision request tab. It is mandatory to enter a reason explaining why the revision is needed, so in this case the reason is that we're adding one more section. I'll go ahead and upload the revised document, and of course the controller and the approver have to confirm the document once again, so I'll fast forward this. Once the revised document has been published, we can see that the revision information tab shows that we are in the second version of the document, and since at the beginning I gave the user access to previous versions of the document, it is possible to go back and forth between the versions of the document. Finally, let's take a look at the History tab, where we can see that every movement was recorded on QDMS.